Well, the National Security Council debunking a report tonight that National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster will be removed as early as next month, or this month rather, March. NSC spokesman Michael Anton releasing a statement saying, "I was just with President Trump and H.R. McMaster in the Oval Office. President Trump said that the NBC News story is fake news and told McMaster that he's doing a great job." That was according to the spokesman. Joining me now to discuss, Rebecca Grant, former Secretary of the Air Force official and IRIS Independent Research President, along with retired U.S. Marine Corps Gunnery Sergeant Jessie Jane Duff, currently with the London Center of Policy Research as a senior fellow. Let me start with you on this, Rebecca. What would the implications be? Because I don't know. I don't think it's a secret that the president and McMaster don't necessarily see eye to eye with respect to policy.
But McMaster's done a great job. He's gotten all those reports out, the new defense strategy, nuclear posture review. So today, this is fake news. This is twisted garbage, an attack on the West Wing. But Charles, in the future, it is time for McMaster to leave and get his 4th star. So I would expect to see him rotate out on a normal basis, maybe sometime in the summer or further on, and go back to the Army and get promoted to that 4-star position.
Jessie Jane, what would this do? We know one thing that we've seen is military morale. The esprit de corps has gotten a nice boost since President Trump has come into office. Would this upset that at all?
I don't think it'll have any negative implications whatsoever. A lot of Washington insiders that I work with are not happy with H.R. McMaster, so I have to suggest that this may be a good change. The time may be right. Many people feel that he has had largely globalist views. He has watered down the language in Islamic extremism, so there's been quite a number of people that have been very distraught with the language he has selected, the message he has pushed the White House to drive, and many of the insiders have essentially stated that he has refused to present to the president other ideas other than his own. There's a lot of negative reporting within the White House, and many of my close personal contacts to this White House have suggested that it is time for him to go.
What would you make of that, Rebecca, that perhaps McMaster more taking a more politically correct approach with respect to the policies?
McMaster's always been known for his strong ideas, but I'd say let's point to his track record. He has really moved the process along. That is basically a staff and advisory job, and he's getting the reports done, he's getting the work done, and I think he's doing well. I think he'll move on. It'll be a natural rotation, not anything negative.
All right, ladies, let's talk about another potentially piece of fake news, and that's Vladimir Putin boasting about his new, quote-unquote, invincible nuclear weapons. In fact, Rebecca, the main missile, he's calling it nicknamed Satan. Should we be quivering?
Vladimir Putin and his fancy nukes. Honestly, Vladimir Putin is a 7th grade boy sometimes. He is showing off to Trump. He is showing off to Xi Jinping of China. And most of all, he is showing off to the Russian voters who need to re-elect him in just 18 days. But this will backfire because he has really ripped the lid off some potentially scary technologies. And talking about hypersonics and underwater vehicles and cruise missiles will ensure that America modernizes its strategic deterrent, and big time.
I don't know, Jessie Jane, I hope that's the case, but what do you make of his boasting? Is it a boast or a bluff?
No, he's running for re-election, and he basically has to ensure that the people get riled up and feel that he is going to be the one to lead them on forward into this 21st century with vigor and robustness. However, with that said, it is waking up our Pentagon. We have long allowed our nuclear capability to deteriorate. Our capabilities to stop nuclear attack have largely focused on rogue nations like North Korea, and we really would not be able to handle a large nuclear attack.
Right.
So this is going to allow us to start looking at ourselves, because I would suggest we never take anything as a boast or a bluff anymore, because that often happened with North Korea, and look where that has gotten us.
Looks like, Rebecca, the world is littered with a whole bunch of 7th grade boys in their toys, huh? But I think you're right, ladies. We probably should take it seriously in the sense that we have fallen back with our preparedness. Thank you both for your expertise tonight. Thank you at home. Now here's Lou Dobbs.